Morning VC, John here. Sunday morning, hope you're having a good weekend. I've recently been reflecting on the state of record collecting and music collecting generally. In 1957, there's quite a well-known quotation in this country, and in 1957 the British Prime Minister was Harold Macmillan, and I've drawn this this quote online, so if you just bear with me, I'll read it to you, it's quite interesting. It said, "You will see a state of prosperity such as we have never had in my lifetime, nor indeed in the history of this country. Indeed, let us be frank about it, most of our people have never had it so good. Go around the country, go to the industrial towns, go to the farms, and you'll see a state of prosperity such as we have never had in my lifetime, nor indeed in the history of this country." And it was about the post-war boom in the economy, which led to a landslide victory for the Conservatives, I think in 1959. Anyway, since my birthday, which was just over a month ago, I made a decision I wasn't going to buy large numbers of records, because you end up with a big pile, you can't listen to them all, you buy things that you don't want necessarily, but you see them for a good price. Well, that has failed completely, and I just want to run through what I think is the state of the market and the reasons why I feel that we now, as music collectors, we have never had it so good. So I put on Facebook a couple of days ago that I went in a local charity shop which doesn't normally have records, and somebody must have dropped a small record collection, and I picked up 10 albums for 99p each. I'm not going to show them all because, as Mark Mibbertube says, you don't want to be seeing the shit all the time. You just want to see the good stuff. So I'll just show you the selected good stuff from that. So the first one was this reissue of Solid Air by John Martin. Absolute classic album. I had it on CD, but that was 99p. Then a couple of weeks ago, Brett did a video and featured Sinead O'Connor's I do not want what I haven't got. There was a copy of that, 99p. And then there was another album in there which means a lot to me. It's Judy Zook, Shoot the Moon. And the weird thing about this is I've been looking for it for a long time. I think it's great artwork. If you can see that more closely, if you can see that, if I can avoid the reflection. But it's often worn on the edges. The weird thing about this is on Tuesday I'm meeting a friend for something to eat in the evening when I'm down in London through work, who I saw him a couple of weeks ago, but I've not seen him for over 10 years. But in 1982 he really got into Judy Zook in a big way and followed around on the Shoot the Moon tour. And I actually found in here a tour programme from the Shoot the Moon tour, which was in March, April, May of 1982. When we were all students and I used to go and stay at his house in Coventry. So I got that lot and some others, but those three, £2.97. Then I've got notes here now, I'm getting like Brett. I've started buying a lot of cassette tapes. I never bought cassettes back in the day. I had about 10 maybe in all the time, simply because I never thought they were good value for money. I bought vinyl and then I went on to CDs. And in the last few months, I must have got well over 100 now, but I just want to show you things I bought. 10p, 10p, 50p, 50p, or 49p that was actually. Now I want to show you this one. I won't show you the label on it first. It's a Tina Turner best of from 1991, and it was sealed, brand new, never been used, but and it was 49p, and it's still got the original HMV sticker on it. Bear in mind, 1991 this was out. £11.99. Eye-wateringly expensive. I was probably earning about a third of what I earn now. So I would never have bought that. So that bunch of albums, that's probably cost me about £2.50 maybe. Then we went to a record fair yesterday, me and Mrs Staffsell, the long-suffering Mrs Staffsell following me around places like that, and I picked up some more great records. Pacific Age, OMD, £4. Another album that Brett featured recently, Station to Station, got one of my favourite David Bowie songs, Wild as the Wind. He didn't write it, it's from a movie from the late 50s, I can't remember what it's called now. but that was £4. Pardon me. Oh no, sorry. The OMD wasn't. It was in a batch of 3 for £5. I think they were £2 each, or 3 for a fiver. And I did pick out something there for Brett, so that's on a pile for you. My wife picked this out. Dakota Static, the late Dakota Static, 1959 album in mono, but it is a reissue because it's got. I can tell it's a reissue because it's got a barcode on it. That was £2, and then the arch druid himself, My Nation Underground, Julian Cope. The bloke was having a sale. Everything was. This was marked up at £8 down to £4. And the final thing that I bought while we were there was this absolutely brilliant album. It's only a reissue. It's not the original. Otherwise, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. But Nick Drake, Pink Moon, 180 gram vinyl, lovely pressing, lovely quality reissue. £15. Bear in mind that's £15 for a much better quality record than a reissue would have been in the sort of early 80s. £15 compared to what £12 we were paying for Cassettes in 1991. Then when we got home, there was a package waiting for me on the doorstep of a couple of albums I ordered a long time ago. So it's been a real. I didn't intend to buy much this weekend, although we did sort of tentatively plan to go to the record fair. But the thing is, I got 10 albums on Friday, another 6 yesterday, although one is for somebody else, and then there's 2 waiting for me on the doorstep. And this is the final issue of why I feel that it's never been such a better time to buy records, because clearly it's sad that a lot of record shops, independent ones, have gone out of business, but new ones are springing up. Record shops in the past were expensive places to buy music usually. We never had remainder bins like they did in the States, so you would never pay less than £3 in my experience, unless it was absolutely wrecked copy. And the massive companies took over, mass production of vinyl. Vinyl was really thin. Everybody remembers in the 80s you could do this and, you know, like a wobble board, like Rolf Harris type thing, start singing to it. And obviously the record companies have been massively hit by downloads. What has caused to happen is very similar to, I think, in the brewing industry. There was a lot of amalgamation of breweries, great names like Kimberley Ales and all those sort of small breweries absorbed by the big boys like Coors. Now, near me, we've got a small brewery just sprung up called Freedom a couple of years ago. Great lager, great stout, and they've just signed a deal with Jamie Oliver, the celebrity chef, and they're supplying his 25 restaurants with an Italian-like lager. I think the same's happening in the music industry. Now, I've talked about Fruits de Mer Records before, and I'm a massive fan. It's a boutique label. So waiting for me was a package on the doorstep, and this is why. This is a direction I think is definitely going for smaller record labels. Let me show you this. I ordered this some time ago. How Fruits de Mer works is that he does runs, often of singles, but then periodically albums. And he has a members club which is free to join, but you just commit to trying to buy all the things that he does. And what Keith Jones has done is establish with his clientele, if you like an almost personal relationship with people. So he'll put on little contests and puts in free goods, etc. So let me just show you what the quality of this is like. This is so far beyond anything that would have come out when I started buying records in '79. Firstly, this is the Softhearted Scientist, and it's called Whatever Happened to the Softhearted Scientist. Now, it starts with a song and finishes with a song which, if you're in the UK, you'll definitely recognise. Oh, what happened to you? Whatever happened to me? What became of the people we used to be? And that was a theme tune to a sitcom in the 70s, well 60s and 70s, called The Likely Lads. So they've taken it for Whatever Happened to the Soft-Hearted Scientist. Sound-wise, a bit like maybe the Moody Blues. But just look at the package. Firstly, the artwork. Superb. Lots of information that I've not even read inside. And the vinyl is coloured. The vinyl's coloured. Let me show you this. And it's not got the old problems that coloured vinyl had in the past. Look at that. It's a rich chestnutty brown colour. I hope you can see that. Great labels. Also in the package is a poster. which I'm almost tempted to put on the wall, although, you know, that means it's not going to find its way back in the record in future. But let me just show you this. There's that, the poster which replicates the artwork, and there's also a single in there which I've not even opened yet. If I can find it, oh there it is, there's also a single. But as I say, Keith, he does supply free record shops, but he's also establishes a relationship with his customers, and he just puts extras in. So this he dropped into my package. It's a bit cheeky, 64 of 100, but it's the artwork of a previous pressing that he did, which I also have, which came out at Christmas, called the Fruits de Mer Annual 2013, Jennifer by Vespero, which is a Russian band doing a song by Faust. So in my opinion, guys, we have never had it so good. If you disagree with me, I really would like to hear from you, and we could have a bit of a debate about that. It'd be interesting, so leave your comments below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hope you're having a good time. Thanks, see you.